Hello, and welcome to the Meditation with Josie podcast. My name is Josie, and I will be your guide through your meditation journey today and every day after. Okay, I'd like you to hop into something comfy, and I'd like you to find a spot where you can sit or lay down comfortably. And once you're there, you can have your eyes open or your eyes closed. It doesn't matter to me. I just want you to be comfy. And we're going to breathe. We're going to inhale for 5 counts. Ready? Inhale for 5. Hold it. Exhale out your mouth. Good. Again, inhale. Hold, exhale. Okay, keep breathing just like that for me. Inhale. Good, keep going. I'm going to explain a little bit about what today's meditation is going to be about. Today we're going to talk about anger. And we're also going to talk about your role and your place in anger. Like I said, this might sound controversial, especially since we are taught to control our anger and kind of like in Frozen, conceal, don't feel. But I'm here to tell you, and this meditation will hopefully help you understand that that is a big lie, and it's not healthy. And anger has a very important role in our lives and very important meaning. Anger is not something to be afraid of within yourself, and it's not something that you should be shoving down, but learning to understand. And once you understand your anger, that's when you have full control. Control is not the absence of expressing your emotions. Control is understanding your emotions and using them. Okay, so this is where last week's meditation and the skills that we learned in last week's meditation are going to come in handy. Last week we learned about our container, and you placed something in your container that is no longer serving you. This container is going to be used again today, because today we're going to tap into some anger. Speaking of tapping, I'm going to have you practice by placing your right hand on your right knee and your left hand on your left knee, and you're going to tap right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Just with me. And stop. Good. We'll come back to that. I want you to, sitting or laying down, have your hands palms up facing the sky. And you're still giving me those good deep breaths. And I want you to think of a time when you were angry. This can be recent. This could be today. It could be something that you're still angry about, or it could be something that the anger has subsided. Once you have it, I want you to break down this memory and break down your anger. And the reason we're going to do that is because we want to discover which anger you're feeling. There are 2 types of anger that I'm going to be referencing today in our podcast. I'm going to be calling one temporal anger, and the other I'm going to be calling righteous anger. Temporal anger is a reactionary emotion, meaning that you feel angry after you've been hurt or scared. This is the same type of anger that we feel when we are mourning. This is the same type of anger that we feel when a friend has done something to hurt us, or a family member. This type of anger is what I'm going to be referencing as temporal anger. The second type of anger that we're going to be referencing is righteous anger. And righteous anger is the result of inaction. So what I mean by that is this is the type of anger that you feel when you recognize there's injustice. This is the type of anger that you feel that wells up inside you and drives you to make a change. Now, righteous anger doesn't look like typical anger. It takes on several different faces. It can look like protests or standing up for a friend. Righteous anger doesn't necessarily look angry. It can. If you're religious, or even if you're not religious, I'm sure you know the story in the Bible of Jesus when he enters the temple and sees that there are people defiling the temple by selling things. And he destroys their market by flipping tables and cracking his whip, and he kicks everybody out. Righteous anger can take on that look, or it can take on a quiet, soft, comforting face. Righteous anger is so versatile because it is one of the driving forces behind change. Nothing has ever changed without a little bit of what people call contention. So contention definitely has a place in our lives, and it definitely has a place in change. Now, I understand this to be a controversial take, but I firmly believe that there is a place for anger and there is a place for contention in our lives. And the difference between just being angry all the time and being upset and not having a good outlook on life and having a good outlook on life and being happy is understanding our anger. I said this earlier, but I'm going to reiterate. To understand anger is not the same as shoving anger down. Controlling anger is not the same as not expressing emotion. So let's go ahead and dive into this thing that you are thinking about. Now that you have discovered the specifics behind your anger, I want you to identify, was I angry because I was hurt or because I was scared? If the answer is yes, you understand that it's temporal anger. And now that you recognize that it came from one of these two emotions, pain or fear, let's go ahead and identify that. What hurt you? What are you afraid of? Once you recognize these things, I want you to, with your arms, go ahead and cross them across your chest, giving yourself a hug. And I want you to say aloud the words, I understand you. I understand you. Now, please repeat, I believe you. I believe you. This is a great first step in discovering how to control our anger correctly, and I'm really, really proud of you for doing this. Now, if you recognized that your anger did not stem from pain or fear, now we're stepping into the realm of righteous anger. And righteous anger is different. We can understand our righteous anger, and we can respect our righteous anger. But what's unfortunate about righteous anger is that we might not always get resolution. With understanding temporal anger, we can have resolution. I understand that I was hurt, and because of that, I got angry. And what we really need to focus on is our pain or our fear, right? So now that you've recognized those things, you can go and address those things. However, with righteous anger, there isn't always a very cut and clear resolution. You might recognize, well, this is the thing that I'm upset about. And sometimes there is nothing you can do. We can try to make changes in our own lives. We can change ourselves. We could break ourselves down into our individual atoms, and we still wouldn't be able to change other people. This is okay. We recognize that people's agency exists for a reason. That doesn't mean that you let things happen to you simply because, well, they have their agency and they can do whatever they want to me. That's not true. You are your own agent, and you are in charge of you. Now, today's meditation might leave you with a sour taste in your mouth. You will have thought about something that upsets you, and potentially, you might not have come to a resolution with that feeling. You might still feel angry, and that's okay. Anger isn't resolved in 12 minutes. It isn't even resolved in a day. Sometimes anger needs time to be resolved. And that's okay. That's valid. But don't allow your anger to eat away at you. So, I want you to, with your right hand on your right knee and your left hand on your left knee, begin your tapping once again. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Tap with me. Close your eyes if you have opened them again. And I want you to think of your container that you discovered last week. Remember its shape, remember its color, remember the material it's made out of. Go to the place where you put it safe. And I want you to imagine this anger that you're feeling. However it manifests itself. Maybe it's a ball of scribbles, or maybe it looks like a dead flower. However you visualize this and however your anger manifests itself in your body, I want you to imagine you are tearing it out of your body gently. Take it out, separate it, cut the strings that are attached to you. Place it in your container. Place the lid back on your container. This might be hard. Maybe it's tangled up inside you. It's okay. Take your time. Once you're ready to seal up your container, go ahead and take it back to the place where you know it's safe. Remember, this could be the top shelf of a garage protected by spiders, or the bottom of the ocean circled by sharks. Wherever it is, go ahead and place it there. Maybe it feels a little extra heavy today. That's okay. Once it's there, keep tapping. Say to yourself, either out loud or internally, I let go. I let go. Once you feel like your container is safe, and once you feel like you can let go of your container and let go of that thing that you placed in your container, remembering that it is safe in your container, you can revisit it whenever you want. It's not gone. You don't need to worry about it. It is safe. It's contained. Once you feel ready, you can go ahead and stop tapping. Open your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Feel the weight alleviated off your shoulders of this anger. Feel the pressure gone. You do not need to carry the heavy backpack that is your anger. Once you understand your anger, it no longer becomes a weight attached to you. Rather, it becomes strength. When we understand our anger, we better understand ourselves, and we can proceed forward to help others. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Meditation with Josie podcast. I am so proud of the work that you've done today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.